Begin with this. Overnight, the father of the missing woman, Gabby Petito, told HLN he could not watch the entire police body cam video of his daughter because he would just break down when doing so.
My gut tells me that something bad happened. And I'm never going to be able to hold my baby girl again. And it was so upsetting that the Instagram photos were taken down because that's my gut. And that's all I was going to have left. I was so upset over that. And how stupid is that for a second? You're like, I wouldn't even let my wife touch me. I had to go outside and just cry because I couldn't control it. What my head tells me, that if I focus on that, I'm not going to be able to do the job that needs to be done, that our boyfriend or fiance should be doing. He should be leading this charge. And instead, he's not. Or he should be side by side with me. And he's not.
Investigators say her last known location was in Wyoming, and our thanks goes out to her family and Joe, her father, especially, for speaking to us during this difficult time. Her family says they last had contact with her in August, but yesterday their family attorney said they do not believe that message was actually from her when it was left. Now, Brian Laundrie's sister, meanwhile, telling ABC she hopes Petito's disappearance is a big misunderstanding.
Obviously, me and my family want Gabby to be found safe. She's like a sister, and my children love her. And all I want is for her to come home safe and sound, and this to be just a big misunderstanding.
Gabby's father, Joe, reacted to that overnight. Here he is.
Well, if you love Gabby as a sister, and you knew your brother was home on the 10th, and no Gabby to be found, who lives in that house, and told no one, okay, it explains a lot to why we're in the situation that we're in now, you know, because their version of love is completely different than everyone else's on the entire planet. She is a mother, and she's got kids. So I'm hoping that the pleas and the begging and the community and the, you know, entire damn planet knock some sense into her, where she's like, I gotta speak. Like, I can't live with this on my conscience.
Now, earlier this week, the Laundrie family attorney said the family was advised not to talk to anyone about it. With me, HLN contributor, behavioral analyst, and attorney Casey Jordan. Casey, it's good to see you. Hearing from Joseph, the father of Gabby, is just how we would all imagine that we would react. We're like, say something to the fiance. Hearing nothing. Do you believe it's some sort of strategy? I mean, it's hard to tell here. And again, no crime has been committed.
Well, there's no evidence that any crime has been committed,
Exactly.
but there's certainly the possibility that a crime has been committed. And you can imagine that Gabby's parents are out of their minds with worry. So I find their strategy to be very smart. It's a good thing that they're doing. And we've seen cases in the past. There was a missing woman about 15 years ago, Lori Hacking, and it was her husband's parents, Mark Hacking's father, who got him to admit what exactly happened to Lori. And of course, the end was not good. But it was his family that put the pressure on him to actually tell the truth. So the fact that Gabby's father is just pointing out the obvious, that if Brian is engaged to their daughter and he loves her, he should be talking about where she might be. His behavior is highly unusual, and just pointing that out put some public pressure on Brian to cooperate with the police.
And I'm looking at their social media videos. It just looks so young, and I can't imagine what Gabby's father is going through. He says he'll never be the same no matter how this turns out.
One way or another, I got to get her home. And the answers will come when we do. Good, bad, or different, the answers will come. No matter which way you slice it. If she comes home safe, my life's never going to be the same. Because now, if I don't see my daughter every minute or hear from her every afternoon or every morning, I'm going to think the worst for the rest of my life. And that goes for all my kids. And if my biggest fear happens, I'm never going to be the same again either. So no matter which way I slice it, my life will never be the same.
Casey Jordan, thank you. We'll be following this as it progresses. Appreciate it. HLN legal analyst Joey Jackson joins me to discuss. Joey, what do you think in terms of the fiance, Brian Laundrie, not talking? Is there some protocol, or do we just want that information that he may have on her disappearance? Is it just for us, or will he be talking to authorities soon? Good morning.
Yeah, Susan, good morning to you. Heartbreaking indeed, not even to hear from your child, and we'll see, she's obviously missing at this particular point. In terms of the fiance, it's important to recognize and understand that, look, from the constitutional perspective, no one wants to hear that, of course. They're after their daughter. They want their daughter home safely. I think the world agrees with them. But from a constitutional perspective, there is no imperative, there is no obligation, there is no requirement that he speak. That is the fiance to authorities, and I would not anticipate that he do so. Remember what he did, Susan, is he went home to Florida to his family, and he got a lawyer, and his lawyer says, my client's not talking. So there will be a piecing together of sorts of this particular case, from state to state to state, from digital print to digital print, from gas receipts to text messages, etc., and that's how they'll solve it. But the fiance, to your question, has no obligation to say a word.
Joey Jackson, thank you. We're hoping that Gabby's family gets the information they desperately are looking for and can find their daughter. Joey, again, thank you. CNN's Athena Jones has the new police body camera video that shows you step by step kind of what happened and how police reacted.